Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, Anita Finley.
So I'm going to tell you about the C.U.R.E Symposium and all the great speakers. And I'm going to tell you what they're going to talk about because I want you to put this on your calendar, please. Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 3. And we certainly hope that you will be able to go to this. This is over at the Palm Beach State College. And I'm going to tell you what happens. Now, a lot of people say, well, who listens at 5 o'clock? Well, I know a lot of you are there. So for those of you who are there, I'm going to give you something that nobody in South Florida knows about because we just put our magazine together. And we put it into the upcoming April issue. Nobody but my staff knows this. So I'm so happy that if you got up at 5, then I know that you're really a loyal listener, and I'm going to give you this. So when you come there and you start at 9:30, well, actually you come there at 9, you're going to register, and it goes until 9:30. There'll be some sort of a continental breakfast, and all this is free, which is amazing today in today's age, isn't it? Okay, so now we start at 9:30 with Dr. Daniel Mann. He's a plastic surgeon. He's an inventor. He's an artist. It's never too late or too early to rejuvenate. And Dr. Mann will demonstrate some of the latest innovations in laser technology to be more beautiful. And after that, we're going to hear from Larry Lampert. Now, you've heard him. He's been on our show before. And he's a developmental behavioral optometrist. He specializes in sports therapies. And Dr. Lampert will show you how you can strengthen your eyes using a simple using a simple technique that he pioneered. And I've been a party to this. I've done this. So it's excellent for people with weak vision, macular degeneration, and lazy eyes. Then we're going to have a panel discussion with Patricia McDonald, who's a researcher in molecular therapy. And she's going to be looks like we may be on the air, or he's trying something. Sorry. Oh, okay, let's try that one again. A panel discussion with Patricia McDonald, who's a researcher with molecular therapy, discussing the latest findings for diabetes and other diseases. Now, that's a panel discussion because then we're going to have Nicole Andrews, who is a nutritional therapist and lifestyle educator, and she's going to be demonstrating the Spectra Cell micronutrient testing for maximum health. She's also been on our show before. This is all such new and hot stuff. I'm so happy that we're going to be able to do this now. We're up to 11 o'clock. So what happens at 11? We're going to have a panel discussion with John Cogan, Dr. Cogan, who's a cardiologist and electrophysiologist, and we're going to be demonstrating the devices that keep your heart beating correctly and strongly, utilizing the newest pacemakers. And along with him, we're going to have Dr. Linda Hughes, who is an interventional radiologist, and she uses this medical approach and devices that make surgery less painful for a quicker recuperation. Now, if you've been to the C.U.R.E Symposiums before, you may recognize some of these names because they were there. They are just great for you to be able to sit and listen to these people. Now, for those of you who come in at 9, you may not want to stay till 3, but I dare you. I'll bet you will stay because they're all so good. Now, at 11:30, we go to Dr. Sergio Arias. Dr. Arias has been on the show. He's a prosthodontist, and he's an oral biologist, and he does aesthetic and implant dentistry. And he's going to show you how you can have a trial smile. Yep, that's what it is, without having the procedure of oral dentistry done until you are smiling happily. And that's like having dental implants in a day. So that's something, don't hold your hand over your mouth anymore. If you want to have a beautiful smile, you have to go to someone who really knows how to do this. Then it's lunchtime. There'll be boxed lunches. They'll be available for only $8, and you'll be able to sit right there in the lecture hall. That's right. All this is happening in the DeHornley Lecture Hall at Palm Beach State College. It's very nice. And you'll be able to choose from assorted meat and veggie wraps to fit all your food plans. So now it's 12:30. And what happens? Well, Dr. Christopher Hollowell, who is a urologist, and he specializes in men's and women's urological health, he's going to, it's funny, he gave me the title of his speech, and it's Botox for Your Leaky Bladder. And for people who do have a little bit of incontinence, a lot of incontinence, this is a way to be able to use Botox in some other way than on your face. And he'll explain how and why Botox is the easiest non-surgical way to get relief actually from this troubling disorder. So now we're up to 1 o'clock, and there's a panel discussion with Dr. Joseph Parida, who's an orthopedic and arthroscopic surgeon, and he's been utilizing stem cell therapy for a long time. So he's one of the world's leading proponents and surgeons using stem cell therapy. And he says you can learn about relief from chronic knee, back, hip, shoulder, elbow, or ankle pain with your own stem cells. It's amazing. I actually saw one of his demonstrations. Oh, my goodness. There are people who come from all over the world to do this. And then Dr. Charles Stewart, who's an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, and he'll talk about new advances in total knee replacement. Now, he and Dr. Parida, Dr. Stewart and Dr. Parida, are really partners in the same office. They're just extraordinary surgeons and great men. Now we're here at 1:35, and you're going to hear Dr. Jordana Hirschtal, who's an aesthetic dermatologist, and she'll demonstrate the cool technique to rejuvenate and make your skin glow at any age. And she's a beautiful woman. You're going to love that. Now we're at 2 o'clock, and you've heard Dr. Sina Jarapshi here on our show. He's an ear, nose, and throat surgeon, and he specializes in sinus relief. He uses the new technique to clear your nasal passages with minor in-office procedures called sinuplasty, and it's for permanent sinus relief. I was there. I watched this process, and he does it for children and for adults. This is really cutting-edge stuff. All right, now we're going to the final one, and we saved the best. Don't tell everybody. I think it may be the best for last. 2:30, we're going to have a panel discussion with Dr. Juan Paredes, who's a geriatric psychiatrist, and he specializes in talking to patients about what they want in their later years. He also talks about love, space, beautiful human existence, and joy, putting it together with a title saying Easy Steps for Emotional Balance, Good Health, and Peace and Harmony. And along with him is Sherry Surloff. Dr. Surloff is a neuropsychologist with years of experience in bringing out the best in her patients and guiding them to calm and love life. To love life. Well, let me say, when she was doing the C.U.R.E Symposium last time, the place was mobbed. So her talk is Heart and Mind, the Road to Heaven or Hell. And these two speakers will bring the house down. I know that. So make sure you get your seat and enjoy the ride. Now, if you've not yet been to Palm Beach State College, let me tell you how you get there. You have to get to Glades Road. Although if you're familiar with BOCA, you can also do this by going to Spanish River. So you can, if you're that smart, you can Google all this on the internet. But it's Palm Beach State College in Boca Raton. But I'll make it easy for you. You can RSVP now by calling 561-735-6525. I'll give that to you again. 561-735-6525. Or you can email srlife@gate.net, srlife@gate.net. Now, you can imagine with having these 14 outstanding, distinguished physicians and scientists, seating's going to be very limited. So the best thing you can do is to call right away. If there's no one in the office, leave a message. Or, of course, you can email us at that srlife@gate.net. Be sure you get there. It's called C.U.R.E, Cutting Edge Understanding of Research and Education. It's our 4th C.U.R.E Symposium, and we're thrilled to death to do this for you. So if you like what you heard, tell your friends. We probably only have room for 275 people, And as I said, it's free, and we'll be talking about that more in a while. You know, of course, we're planning on having Darwin Porter calling in, but unfortunately, we have a problem with our call-in phone system, I guess. And so we do have another person who will be calling in, he thinks, but we won't be able to take that. And that's Will and Linda Stoller. We'll see. Maybe by then we'll have something done. So in the meantime, we are going to talk. I want to tell everybody, we just finished our BoomerTimes for April, and it is a very, very great issue. There's so many good things in this. We actually featured Dr. Mencia's, for the book of the month, we featured his book on kidneys. And kidneys, you know, I didn't really realize how important kidneys are. I mean, I know that they're important, but after you read the book, you'll know. And the book's called Take Care of Your Kidneys so they can take care of you. And anyone on dialysis knows how important your kidneys are. Some people actually have had transplants, but don't wait for that. Just start taking care of your kidneys. And the way to do it is to read his book. And we can talk about it when Dr. Mencia gets here, but you can actually call his office. He will sign the book, and you'll be able to get it. His office in Fort Lauderdale is 954-489-1345. And in BOCA, now in Boynton Beach, you can go up there, and it's 561-270-6494. And that is really important that you do that.